Hi, everybody. Welcome to March 20th, where we are on chapter 21 of the Zohar, page 7, item 30. Welcome to join us in the Zoom format. The instructions how to do that are in the description of the video. Please give us a like, thumbs up, and share it. I'll subscribe to the channel. All right, we're ready to start shortly. We'll have the text up so we can read it. This one has to be in my lap because it's too early for her to get up.
Tell the truth, you just enjoy it.
Mm.
It is written, there's nothing new under the sun. And here, this song is new, and it is under the sun, since it will be under the sun. And who is that new song? It is the moon, who is the Nukva. For when the moon will be new under the sun, for her light will be renewed, and will be as the light of the sun, which is Aaron Pen. What is the reason that there will be news under the sun? It is written, for he has done wonders. And what are the wonders? It is written, his right hand and his holy arm has wrought salvation for him. Those are his right and his left, Hesed and Gevurah.
Wrought salvation for him. For whom? For that degree that said this song, the Spirit of Holiness, the Nukva, since the Nukva was supported by them, by the right and by the left, as it is written, his right hand and his holy arm, which is his left arm, has wrought salvation for him. Hence, his right hand wrought salvation for him, certainly meaning to that degree called Psalm, the Spirit of Holiness, the Nukva.
So her light will be as the light of the sun. When the dead of the world arise and awaken from the dust, this will be new, what has never been done in this world. When the Creator takes vengeance in the world for Israel, a new song will be said, meaning at the coming of the Messiah. This is not the same time as the revival of the dead. This is so because after the coming of the Messiah, the dead of the world will rise from the dust, and the world will be renewed with complete existence. It will not be as in the beginning when death ruled in the world, since the serpent caused death to everyone in the world, and the world was defiled, and people's faces were darkened.
And I will put enmity between you and the woman. 32. They are passed away as ships of enmity. Several ships sail in the great sea, and among them are ships and boats that are separated from one another. And those ships of the serpent that sail among them are called ships of enmity.
The great sea is the Nukva. The ships that sail at sea are the degrees of her illumination to the lower ones. The ships of the serpent are the grips of the serpent to nourish off her. And these grips are called enmity. And I will put my enmity between you and the woman, meaning that he will give you a hold to suck from the Nukva, and this hold is called enmity.
"33. Between you and the woman, as it is written, a woman who fears the Lord, referring to Malchut, and between your seed are the rest of the idol-worshipping nations, which are the seed of the serpent. And between her seed, meaning Israel, the seed of Malchut, he shall bruise thy head, is the Creator, who is destined to obliterate the serpent from the world, as it is written, death shall be swallowed up forever. And it is written, and I will also remove the unclean spirit from the land."
Head refers to the future. When the dead arise, since then the world will be Rosh, head, since it will exist in the Rosh, meaning that Gar will shine in it, which are the upper world, and you shall bruise their heel, is in this world now, before the end of correction, when the world is a heel and is not in complete existence, and that serpent bites the world and darkens the faces of people.
35. The days of Adam were created and stood in the upper degrees of the seven Sepharot, Hesed, Gevurah, Tiferet, Netzachod, Yesod, Malchut, since they concluded their existence in those degrees, as it is written. The days of our being in them are 70 years, corresponding to seven Sepharot, each of which consists of 10. There is no other degree in which to exist. Hence, their pride is but labor and sorrow, and it is as though they never existed. Their pride means more, meaning if he lives more than 70 years, they are only labor and sorrow because there is no other sephira from which to draw life. Hence, those years are as though they never were, for they are undesirable.
But the days of the righteous are present and exist, even if they live more than 70 years. This is so because they receive from the upper fortune, which adds as much life as he wishes to the 70 years, as it is written, and the life of Sarah was, as well as, and these are the days of the years of Abraham's life. And should you say that it is also written in regards to Ishmael, and these are the years of the life of Ishmael, although he was not righteous, it is because he repented. This is why it is said, these in regards to his days, similar to Abraham's.
Your eyes have seen my golem. 37. Come, my beloved, let us go out into the field. Let us lodge in the villages. One who sets out to the road should pray 3 prayers. To say these prayers, he does not need 3 separate blessings, for he can do it even in a single blessing. This is because man can include all of his wishes in the blessings. Who hears a prayer?
All of man's actions are written in a book in the upper world, the good as well as the bad, and he is destined to be sentenced for all of them, for it is written, your eyes have seen my golem. This means that those things that the golem does, meaning the body, which does not look after what it will happen in the next world, your eyes have seen all of them because you have observed them.
And they will all be written in your book to be accountable for them in the next world. Hence, one should always pray before one's act, and it will do him good. One does not commit transgressions unless he is a golem and not human. That man does not consider the needs of the holy soul, but does all his deeds as a beast that does not consider and does not know. But was David, who said that verse, considered a golem who did not consider the soul?
Adam Havershan said to that verse, your eyes have seen my golem. This is because golem means substance before its shape is completed. And he said, before you threw a soul in me, when I was a golem, your eyes saw making people in my shape, who will be similar to me, and they will all be written on your book. They will be written by their names, who they are. The days are fashioned. They are fashioned as this form of his, and not one among them, meaning not one of them remained.
No, this is really cool. Commentary, golem meaning a person that doesn't have the soul in them yet, just the walking body, the creature.
The Walking Dead.
Yeah. That's amazing. And then these words get used in like books and movies and stuff.
Right. I caught that too, golem.
Yeah. It's very close to the word goy in goyim, which is a non-Jew.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's close to that word, but I don't think that,
It has the same form,
yeah,
aspects of it. What it is just someone who hasn't, started to do any work. They have no urge for the spiritual whatsoever. They're just
right.
a body walking around.
I often wondered if every body walking around, does have a soul in them. Because I believe that animals, even little tiny insects, have pieces of the soul. And so this is, maybe it's just not awakened yet, or is it possible that there is no soul essence in it?
Well, if you go by what the sages wrote, before they are awakened by the point in the heart, and get to the level of development to gain their soul, they have no soul. They are just beasts of the field. And that means, they are just like your dog, your cat, the cow, or any other beast, and they all have their different aspects. Some act like lions, some act like dogs, others are wolves, some are cats, some are lions. I mean, you look around to the world, you can see it.
Yeah.
You can see that, you have those that act like ferrets. Others are like very like weasel like.
Mhm.
It's your turn.
Oh, sorry. 40? No, I thought I just read and then I commented.
Was that? I thought I just read your eyes have seen my golem. This is because the golem means substance before its shape is completed. Yeah, I read that. You're on 40, Alan, right?
Okay. Why did none of those who were similar to the form of Adam Harishon remain? All those who were similar to Adam Harishon, even slightly resembling him, even vaguely, did not die by their own death. They were all struck in the very same thing. They were similar to Adam Harishon.
The shape of Adam Harishon and his beauty were as the brightness of the upper firmament over all the firmaments, and as the light that the Creator had concealed for the righteous for the next world. Hence, all those who had even a hint of Adam Harishon in their form were struck in it and died.
Such are the ways of the Creator. If he gives wealth to a person, it is to nourish the world and to do his commandments. If he does not do it, but takes pride in his wealth, he will be struck in it. As it is written, wealth kept for its owner is to his hurt.
If he gives if he gives him sons, it is to teach them the ways of the Creator and to keep his commandments, as it is said in Abraham, for I have known him, to the end that he may command. If he does not do it, but takes pride in them, he is struck in them.
Similarly, when the Creator gave them of the beauty of the superior good of Adam Harishon, he gave it to them to keep his commandments and do his will. They did not do it, but were proud. They were struck in the same beauty with which they were blessed.
When the Creator created Adam Harishon, while he was still a Gulam, before he cast the soul in him, he called that angel who is appointed over the forms of people and said to him, regard and form 6 men in the form of this one, and they are Samson, Saul, as as Ahel, and Asahel, Jos, Josai, Josah, Sekadiah, and as Salam, as it is written, and begot in his own likeness after his image, and called his name Seth, meaning six people.
"43. The Creator created those 6 people out of that very same dust from which he created Adam HaRishon, and he called him Seth, which means 6. This means that he called and summoned 6 people, as it is written, and begot in his own likeness after his image, meaning of that dough from which his golem was created. This is why he said, 'Your eyes have seen my golem,' which means that you considered making others similar to him.
And they will all be written on your book, all, meaning those who did not keep what the Creator gave them and were expelled from the world. We found that the night divides into 3 shifts, into 3 times 4 hours. In 3 shifts, the Creator has a special dealing with man. When the soul departs him in that golem, the body remains sleeping on its bed. His soul rises each night before the Creator, and he has special dealings with her in each and every shift. If she is rewarded, they rejoice with her above. If not, she is pushed outside.
"50. The hard femur, the thigh bone, which was struck and moved from its place and was dragged to and fro, walks and visits its place for 12 months. Similarly, that soul which is worthy of punishment walks out in the world and visits her place in the world and in the graveyard for 12 months."
And Abraham rose up from before his dead. When the soul is in the wholeness of the upper one from Bina, the hay is added to her, and she is called Abraham. And here it is written as though he is not so righteous, as it is written, and Abraham rose up, and you make one who sat in a big chair descend and sit in a small, inferior chair.
But the hay that was added to Abraham implies that he rose and obtained the great Mochin from Bina. And the words, "and Abraham rose up from before his dead," indicate Mochin de Katnut, that shine to the body. This is because rising means reception of Mochin, which put one on one's feet. From before his dead means the face that belong to the body of the dead, who is called Sarah, which is Mochin de Katnut.
And since the soul is called Abraham, it indicates that she already has Mohin di Gatlut from Upper Bina. Thus, how does the verse say, "And Abraham rose up from before his dead," which implies in Mohin di Katnut? By that, you make one who sits in a big chair descend and sit in an inferior, small chair.
52. And Abraham rose up from before his dead. When the soul is worthy of rising to her place of Eden, she first protects the holy body that emerged from there, and then rises to the place of her level. And Abraham rose up from before his dead. Before the soul departs the body to rise to the Garden of Eden, she extends the proper mochin for the body so it may join the count with the rest of the bodies of the righteous. And these mochin are implied in the words, "and Abraham rose up."
And spoke unto the children of Heth, "These are the rest of the bodies of the righteous, which are frightened and beaten in the world, so as to fear their Maker, and they fear and dread because they dwell in the dust. This is why they are called the children of Heth." And why does the soul need the bodies of the righteous? They are all written in the count. for he takes them in account and brings them out to the revival of the dead in the calculation. This is why the soul spoke to them, so the body will be counted with them. And this is why it is written, and spoke unto the children of Heth.
And what did the soul, which is Abraham, tell them? She spoke respectfully and by way of appeasement. I am a stranger and a dweller with you, he told them. This body will be with you in the same count in this joining. It is written, and the children of Heth answered Abraham, meaning that they too answered him respectfully and by way of appeasement.
And Sarah died in Kiryat.
Kiryat.
Okay.
Arba.
Okay. Thank you. I've been having fun with them this morning.
I think it's a place.
Huh? Yeah. Kiryat Arba. Such as that has never happened with any of the women in the world. The count of her days and years of life in the world, and the place where she was buried, was stated, so as to show that in all the women in the world, there was none like Sarah.
And should you say that it is written about Miriam, and Miriam died there and was buried there, as with Sarah, he says that it was written only to show Israel's sin, as it is written, and there was no water for the congregation, and they assembled themselves together against Moses. This was so because the water did not go in Israel, but only by the merit of Miriam. However, in her death, no days and years were mentioned, as was said with Sarah.
Happy are you, O land, for your king is free. Happy are Israel, for the Creator gave them the Torah, to know all the hidden ways and to reveal to them the sublime secrets. Happy are you, O land, is the land of the living, the Nukva, who clothed in the living God, which is Ima, since her king, Zeranpin, has prepared all the blessings for her, which he was blessed by the upper patriarchs, upper Avabeima. This king is the Ba, who is always poised to pour blessings upon her, and he is called free, since he is the son of Yobel, 50. Bina, meaning Yeshut, whose Mohin set slaves free, which are the Mohin of illumination of Hakma. Lahaim.
Lahaim. So we'll be on that, on item 65, paragraph 2.
All right.
Tomorrow, 3/21/19, chapter 21, item 65, paragraph 2, page 10. I got it. All right, I didn't post yesterday's video yet, but it's there. Yeah, because I have to leave the house like half an hour usually, so I don't get a lot done in the mornings after this.
Right.
Other than taking care of the dogs and making sure I eat something.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, eat a little bit. I've lost a lot of weight. I'm like really more skin and bones than ever, but muscle, skin and bones. Oh, let me turn off this recording. Bye, everybody. Love you. Happy day.